Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Bible Study Minute. Today we're taking a look at Hebrews chapter 11. And Hebrews 11 comes directly on the heels of the author of Hebrews telling us about Jesus' perfect sacrifice and then the implications that come from that. And then what he does is he gives us a definition of faith and then goes through the Old Testament scriptures showing us how different people in the Old Testament scriptures lived and walked by faith. And what we see here is that it was their faith that caused them to be approved by God. So we know that our justification comes through Christ and the sacrifice that he made. But before he was able to make that sacrifice, people were looking forward to the work that God was going to do and the promises that he was making. And so we see people walking in the belief of those promises. So we see Abel doing that. We see Moses doing that. We see Abraham doing that. We see Sarah and so many others in scripture just trusting in the promises that God has made and trusting him to fulfill those promises. And then he just goes down a whole long laundry list and eventually gets to a point to where he says, you know what? There are too many people to name here and I just have to stop. And then gives a list of different things that they experienced. But the takeaway for us is really just understanding, number one, what faith is. And it's not just some wishful thinking, but it's essentially a trust in God. Trust in God that he's going to fulfill and keep his promises. That's what everyone in the Old Testament scriptures trusted in that walked by faith. And it's the same thing that we're trusting in. While they were looking forward to the work and that Jesus Christ was going to do, we have that in the rearview mirror, but we still trust for future things such as the resurrection. So we still are trusting in promises that God has. And for us, it's impossible to please God if we don't walk by faith. So if we're going to believe God, it means that we're walking by faith and trusting the promises that he has made and trusting the promises that are made. So we're trusting first in the work of Jesus Christ and the perfect sacrifice that he made, and then trusting for the future things that he has promised and have yet to be realized. So that's what I want to encourage you with today, is to really just take a look at this chapter, see how you can be encouraged by those who walked by faith and maybe didn't even get a chance to fully experience what God had promised them, but they are still walking in a way to where they know that God is going to fulfill those promises for them. So let that be an encouragement for you today. And until next time, grace and peace.